Hello, Internet. I am Janak, and I'm going to be continuing my Day 5 territory battles in the mixed planet of Kessel. We have operations filled now, so I will start in the upper left mission with my Leia team. Rebels. I'll use my Relic 9 Mon Mothma, AdRad, R2, and Drogan, which is pretty much my standard Leia team. This is a full auto team. They take care of themselves, especially with operations filled. This is not a problem. I will do a little manual targeting if someone looks like they're getting low on health, well, or not, they're stunned. I like to get more people stunned. But there's very little you can get in trouble with on this fight. I used essentially the same team on day one when operations weren't filled, so this team really shouldn't have any problems now that operations are filled. So there's a nice win. Next mission, I will be doing my Jabba fight. And again, I do not have the full Jabba team. I recently got Krrs up, so look at Hut Cartel, and we'll grab Boba and Krrs, and then we'll just round out with a couple scoundrels. I've been taking Hondo and Bossk lately, so that's the team we're going to use. And now that operations are filled, this team actually gets a little easier, because if you do a basic, you will invis unless you're the tank. So the other people that I really don't want to get hit, like Boba and Hondo, I can just have them do basics, and they won't get hit then. So we'll do the mass assist, get some people. And even there, just on the assist from him doing a basic, he invised. He's not actually going to be able to taunt, but he won't be invisible, so that's the same thing as taunting. We'll do a basic so that Hondo can invis. So Hondo and Boba Fett, for the most part, are just going to be doing basics. That way they can stay. Under invisibility. They don't have to worry about getting hit so much. There are still some AEs that come out, but it's, for the most part, it's not really that big of a deal. Krrs is a very good tank. Alright, get some more thermal detonators out there. I am going to go over here. I'm just going to go ahead and put this guy under captive, just so we have a little bit less damage on the field. That means that he probably will pop out of invisibility briefly, but I can use his third ability to wipe off everyone's debuffs, and then he won't come out of invisibility. do want to make sure we get some basic out there. That way he gets some bonus protection. Help him tank this damage. And now we're under contract. Boba's going to be doing a lot more damage. So we should make pretty short work of the rest of them. We'll throw out some more thermal detonators. This guy doesn't have his captive anymore, so we can go ahead and start targeting him. Yeah, we're just going to be basically doing whatever we want with Krrsantan. We're going to be doing basics with Boba and Hondo, just so that they stay underneath invisibility. Krrsantan can tank the damage a lot better than they can, and if anyone did die, they'd come back in Wave 2 because Jabba will revive fallen bounty hunters. And I'm not going to use the ultimate because I'd rather, when he uses that third ability, I'd rather he'd stick the 6 thermal detonators on the other team. It's much more valuable than simply killing off one toon. The exception being L337 there. She can be kind of a pain in the butt. We are going to do a base. We're going to start putting some damage over here on young Han because he's the big damage dealer. I'll use a third ability there to get some buff immunity so that for a little bit she can't put out her buffs, or she can't taunt, and that way we can target young Han for a little bit. If I can kill off young Han, just with some basics, calling Boba to assist, then I will. But if I'm going to go and do the third ability just to get rid of him, and then I probably will go ahead and before she can ramp up, I'm going to use Boba's third ability, or his ultimate, I mean, to get rid of her. Because otherwise she tends to put out too much healing, and I really do want to get rid of Vandor as fast as possible. That way Vandor isn't putting prepared on everyone and allowing them to revive. I actually need to use Jabba's middle ability to get that confuse off of Boba Fett. That way he can go back under invisibility. He got confused when he used his special to take out young Han there, so now he's back under invisibility, and there's no real chance of this going wrong anymore. It's a pretty simple fight on day one. It's way easier here once the invisibility mechanic is up and they're forced to go through Krrsantan. All right, so we will move on to the third fight. Since I can't use my Lord Vader's Relic 8, I can't use him in the dark side planet anymore, so I move him over here, which frees up my Jedi Master Mace to go to Mandalore. So this will be my Lord Vader plus leftover Empire team. So I will be using Piett and Scout. This Empire team here is the Relic 9 team I will be using in Malachor today. So to round out the rest, I will go ahead and grab some Sith. So we will use Dooku and Malak. All right. Lord Vader's dots put in really good work here. They kill off the other team relatively quickly. You can do basics as in the other team, and that way people that you don't want to be attacked will stay under invis, and only Malak is the one who will be attacked. Dooku, with his stuns on basic, will put in good work for you. And as many times as these people get stunned, the dots will just end up chewing through them in relatively short order. I go ahead and hit this guy a couple times. I think 4. Oh, he's got 6 dots now. Yeah, he's definitely dead. 2 rounds of that, he'll be dead. 6 dots. All right, he's dead next turn. All right. Wave 2 is more of the same. Just use some Dooku basics to stun people, or ability block them, or both. Throw some dots out with Vader, and just let them chew everyone. Oh boy, that was a big hit. Let's see, who do we want to take? This guy in the back is the one who tends to throw those, so I think we'll just go ahead and whittle him down. But okay, we'll go into ultimate. And let's see, we have a hit on him. He's dead. And a little damage over here. Should get his bonus turn. Let's see. Who do we want to take out? He's going to take the next turn, so we'll go ahead and take him out. Throw more dots on everyone. That's actually going to be enough to kill everyone. Yeah, everyone's now dead on their next turn, so this fight's done. Now, between Malak tanking and Lord Vader's dots, it generally chews through that team pretty quickly. And finally, I do not have the team for the special mission, so we will conclude with the fleet mission. And again, I use the Executor here. You can use Profundity. You're forced to bring in the Ghost. So the 2 ships you're going to take are Houndstooth and Punishing One. Xanadu is most likely going to be your first reinforcement. Razor Crest, I don't end up bringing it, even though I have it. I didn't put it in ops today. There are a couple circumstances where I will bring in Razor Crest, but for the most part, he stays on my bench. I'll just target the Xanadu, and I'll do a basic, and they're going to kill off Ghost. I do the mass assist to get some damage downfield. You always want to do basics with Houndstooth. If you do any specials with him, he'll get stacks confused, and then he won't be able to taunt. So the whole battle, he's going to do nothing except for that. I'd really love to put Deathmark on, but I need to use his special, which forces taunt onto the tank, and that way we start getting some taunt there. Now bring in Xanadu. And Call Punishing 1 in. That's a great place for Death Mark, because once Slave 1 gets out on the field, you want to kill him as fast as possible, so it's a very good time to have Death Mark. You know, no one's close to death, but I'm going to go ahead and use the third buff. It's just going to put 2 turns of taunt onto Houndstooth, and in 2 turns we'll have the locked buffs easily. So once we have the locked buffs, unless you do something silly and get stacks confused by doing a special, there's no way you can lose taunt once you have locked buffs on the other team, or the debuffs I should say. So right there they get the locked debuffs. We'll go ahead and bring in our Slave 1. If they didn't have the locked debuffs yet, I would be bringing in IG 2000, but his bomb is too powerful, and once they have locked debuffs, he enters the battle with his bomb off of cooldown. So I call Xanadu just because he can also hit twice. Let's do the mass assist. Basic. And call Punishing 1. He's bigger damage than Slave 1 is. Don't need it, but we'll put Death Mark on him just for the cherry on top. Alright, well, this will conclude the mixed CMs. If you enjoyed the video, please do all the things. Click the likes, and you're welcome to stick around for the next video, where I will be doing my singular Malak mission. Thank you for watching.